Megan Rapinoe of the U.S. women's soccer team.
Oh, what now?
She says banning transgender women from women's sports, nothing short of discrimination. By golly. And she wants it to stop. In a Sunday op-ed piece in the Washington Post, Rapinoe, an outspoken advocate for the LGBTQIA2+ community, says that transgender women, biological males who consider themselves to be female, should not be excluded from women's sports. Wouldn't that be interesting if a whole team full of transgender women went up against, I don't know, the U.S. women's team?
Wait a minute. Hold on. The U.S. women's team that lost to little boys?
Well, they were 14 and 15.
Okay.
The boys were. Are they maybe 14, 15, and it was pretty close. It was 5-2.
Maybe they're pushing their luck by inviting dudes onto the field. Grown men.
Yeah. Right?
I meant that identify as women.
By the way, that did happen. The U.S. soccer team came to Dallas, played one of the Dallas-Fort Worth, was it 14 and under?
It was like a JV team or something.
It was a 14 and 15-year-old club team here in Dallas.
Yeah.
And they crushed them. The boys crushed the U.S. women's soccer team.
In a friendly. It didn't count.
Right. It didn't count. Wink, wink. And certainly that wasn't humiliating.
Oh.
So, yeah, let's get a bunch of transgender women to play against actual women. I think that's a really good idea. Let them dominate them.
Make it so. Honestly, a little country that's trying to make a name for themselves, could you see this?
Should put together a bunch of men who identify as women.
Oh, this would be, this is a brilliant
you
plan.
imagine that?
Oh, yes, and I want to root for that. I want to root for that little team that, because they have the little qualifiers on the crap for World Cup and stuff, and just follow the transgender team from Liechtenstein or something.
I want this to happen now.
Somebody make it so.
Somebody's got to put together a whole squad of men who play soccer, but they identify as women. Okay?
And it has to be in... This is how little I know about soccer. It has to be in North America or South America, whatever. I hate soccer so much. But if it's over here in this hemisphere,
then they can eliminate the U.S. women from
the
the
women
Olympics.
out instead of hoping that one day you'll cross paths.
Right.
Let's make it happen. Come on there.
Like Jamaica.
Jamaica could do this, right?
Dominican Republic. Somebody like that. Yeah, I like it. I love it.
We need to make this happen.
Forget Liechtenstein. Let's do Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
And just 14 or 15 men who identify as women. But they're really good soccer players.
Aruba could do this. I mean, just make it so. Because people always move to other countries to play on their Olympic squads or whatever. They don't have to be on these little countries. You could take...
Right, that's right.
It could be a project of Americans that move down there.
Yes! You could have... Yes, that's even better. A bunch of Americans who have Dominican heritage.
Well, I don't think that even matters.
I think you have to have some heritage.
What does that mean?
Like, for instance, you could play for Italy if you're Italian American.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
So that's the way that works? You can't just move there and be like, I'm a resident now?
No.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
I don't think, well, maybe.
You have to have a heritage from one of these countries, but you could be a dude just saying you're a chick, and that's cool.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right? That makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Unbelievable.
I want to identify as an Aruban.
And then we'll show Megan Rapinoe that, hey, we don't discriminate.
Right.
No, there's a whole bunch of, dude women that are playing against you guys. What? What's the problem?
And she's retired, right? So she doesn't care.
No, she's still playing.
She is still playing?
Yeah.
Oh, well then definitely make it so.
I saw her out on the pitch just over the weekend.
Oh, it has to happen now. I want to see her and her specifically lose.
I do too. Although I love it when I love that the American women do really well. It's the number one team in the world. And I like that, but they pissed me off. She's just really pissed me off now. So she deserves this. She deserves it. Because this is it's lunacy to believe that these men should be competing against women. Biological men should not be competing against biological women in these sports. It's not fair and it's not right. If you want them to compete in sports, put together a transgender league. And then they can compete all they want. And then it's fair.
Mm-hmm.
You got a whole bunch of men who have become women. You got women who've become men. You got all these transgenders going at it. It'd be great. Put together a transgender league.
A league?
Yes.
Just a team.
A team.
Just a team.
Well, I want a whole league for them so that they can be included in every sport. In every sport. And then they don't have to go up against the girls in Connecticut and the wrestling team in Texas. And there's no discrimination. And there's no trans hate or phobia at all. You got your own league. Go play. But they don't want that. That's not what they want. They won't accept their own bathroom. They won't accept their own league. They've got to take over the women's league. The women's bathroom. They're going in the women's locker room. And they're going into the women's sports.
And they need to go to the World Cup. Where they need to be going.
Yes. And the soccer team needs to be put together. And they need to be on this hemisphere. And play against the United States women team. That'd be fun.
How do we get this to happen?
I don't know, but we're going to figure it out and make it happen. It absolutely must. You brought this on yourself, Megan. Now we're going to put together the transgender team that takes you on.
Okay.
All right.
We'll try to get a tweet or something to go viral, or maybe this clip. Daniel, this is our separate clip for the day right here. Talking about the transgender folks playing soccer. Okay? Done.